and let us all do we can to build a better future. But folks, the show ain't over yet. This show is not over yet. So let's get started with the story that, it's going to be front page. So let's get to it. All right. Vote blue no matter who. If you're watching this, do not wet your pants. Do not crap your pants, liberal Democrats. All right. Don't start crying. Don't start, jumping up for joy because you're probably crying. These are probably tears of joy, you stupid people. But, oh no. I guess what? The walls are closing in on Trump. You could hear everyone jumping for joy yesterday. A lot of these liberals and vote blue no matter who people saying, we finally got Trump. We finally got him. Case in point, old Hill Dog decided to come around again, give us her opinion, even though no one asked for it. She was recently on Rachel Maddow's show, and surprisingly, and of no coincidence whatsoever, live on air, they get a notification of what's happening to Trump as he gets hit with another set of indictments. Watch this. I know it's only 20 seconds, so I will not bombard you all too much with this.
Very fancy meeting you.
Oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate that face of hers. The way SNL made like her character be like, oh, such a smart but witty person. Get the hell out of here.
This is not the circumstances in which I expected to be talking to you.
Nor me, Rachel. It's always good to talk to you, but honestly, I didn't think that it would be under these circumstances. Yet another set of indictments.
You know what, Hillary? You know what's so funny? What they're hitting Trump with, they could also hit you with too. Ugh, Hill Dog. Ugh. So glad you lost the election. And you know what? Sometimes I look back at those videos just to smile, seeing all those people cry. As for 2024, in the off chance, should Trump get reelected in the office, should it happen, I'm actually going to make myself a nice steak dinner that night just to watch the people cry, just to watch the vote blue no matter who people cry. I'm gonna get a nice thick Costco ribeye steak, a nice little sweet potato, some other side dishes, a nice bottle of glass wine, and just watch the people cry. Because all what the liberals are doing is just making Trump more popular. Shout out to Pasta, our main man. How cheesy these journals look as they are trying their hardest to make this into breaking news. Oh my goodness, Trump being indicted. What?
This is an NBC.
All right.
Overturned Georgia's 2020 election results. Let's go straight to Blaine Alexander outside the courthouse. Blaine, what do we know about the indictment?
Well, Lester, we are just now getting a look at this. This has just been published on the county court's website. But as you mentioned, we do know that former President Donald Trump is among the defendants. What's remarkable here, though, Lester, is that it is not just Donald Trump. There are a number of his allies that are also being charged in this indictment. Now, we're still digging through this and finding out more about what these charges entail and who all is being charged along with the former president. But we can certainly say that already we are seeing a number that is numbering in the double digits of defendants. So this certainly sets it apart from the other legal challenges, Lester, that the former president is facing. This is an investigation that spanned more than 2 years and certainly is coming to a very notable peak right now, Lester.
All right, Blaine, thanks. With me is senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett. Laura, walk us through what are the names you're seeing there suggest to you about where this goes?
All right, Lester, we've got 41 counts here. We have the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, as well as several of his allies, including his attorneys, Giuliani, Eastman, Cheeseborough, Clark, Ellis. Also, we have at least one fake elector that I've seen here. We have David Schaefer. We also have Ray Stallings, another attorney, as well as several other allies here, Lester, as we still work through this.
Yeah, making it breaking news. Breaking news because why? Why? Because you think that it's going to change anything? Of course, here's an example of some liberals or vote blue no matter who people coming to terms with this or even at being excited about this. Here's the thing. We all know this kid right here, right? He's all for Biden. And in this one rare video, he's not jumping for joy or spazzing out or talking real fast. He's actually talking slow and normally. Perhaps he got a memo. Hey, talk normal. Don't talk like a spazoid. But again, you know, he seems to be shocked that, oh my goodness, Trump still has support from his diehard voters. Well, there's a reason why Trump has 81 million plus supporters. Unlike Bernie Sanders, the cuck, unlike AOC, the sellout, unlike the Democrats, Trump kept his organization and movement together. He stands with his people. He's still able to fill up stadiums. He is their beacon to go to. You think they're just going to go away because what? Trump's been indicted? No. All this is going to do is just reaffirm their beliefs. This is going to make them stronger. This is going to make their support for Trump stronger. Every time you come after him, vote blue no matter who, you just make him stronger. Don't you get it? You can't land a hit on Trump. And no, this is not an endorsement of Trump. No, this is not a support of Trump. But this is me being 100% real with you, my audience. And yes, even the hate watchers from the vote blue no matter who crowd. Trump is able to maintain his popularity because he can resonate and speak with people. He is able to really reach out to others. And that's why he still has 81 million plus supporters. And dare I say it, that number might rise up even higher. Already the approval rating of Biden and Harris are at an all-time low. What can Biden and Harris say in comparison to Trump? I mean, hell, Trump is more coherent than Biden or Harris. Harris can't stop laughing, and Biden is stuttering and stammering all over the place like the senile old bat that he is. So let's listen to how this person's just so shocked, how Harry is so shocked that Trump actually has diehard supporters. He is shocked.
You know, Donald Trump is the twice impeached, 3-time
Nobody
indicted,
cares.
about to be fourth, maybe on the day.
Nobody cares. I don't care. Oh, he was twice impeached. Did he face the Senate and who accessed the jury? No, he didn't. Okay, who cares? Impeached. He still served his 4 years, buddy. 4 times indicted, big deal. I don't care. I really don't care.
Day you're watching this or the day after. Very likely it might be fourth. But as of now, 3-time indicted, disgraced former president who's a proven sexual abuser, fraud, liar, and cheat. That's who Donald Trump is. Awful person. And his cult loves him. His cult still loves him. They're crying when
As they should. As they should. And no, it's not an endorsement, but it doesn't come as a surprise. Look at how Bernie Sanders treated his supporters and look at how Trump treats his supporters. In 2016 and 2020, when Bernie Sanders delegates and volunteers and supporters are being smeared, harassed, and hurt on social media, and yes, at the 2016 convention, Bernie Sanders delegates were assaulted by some, Clinton people and Democratic operatives. Bernie said nothing. Trump, on the other hand, and yes, hold on, I'm not going to turn him into an old saint, but he says to his people, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to fight for you guys and gals. See, Trump stands with his people as much as they can, but like anybody else, hey, listen, he's going to use his pawns any which way he wants because he's a politician. At the end of the day, I won't vote Democrat or Republican, and all Democratic and Republican politicians are scumbags in my perspective, just my perspective. But in comparison to who treats their supporters better, Bernie, the cuck who tells you to vote Democrat and you get nothing, or Trump, who kept his movement together and fights for his people. Why are you shocked? Why do you think they cry? Because he's going to be there. He's going to be there. And he isn't some old goat.
when they meet him, they're asking him to sign hats for them. They're calling them biggest fans. I mean, what, like, it's hard to formulate thoughts with videos like this because it's like, what do we do as a country? How do we tackle this extremism? How do we tackle?
So what do you want, Harry? You want all those people to disappear? Why do you want those people to disappear? Tackle them. I thought, like a lot of you liberals and vote blue no matter who people, don't want to talk to Trump supporters. See, I've talked to Trump supporters. I've talked to Republican voters and libertarians. And I've been told by liberals, you shouldn't talk to them, Kit. Don't talk to those people. Don't interview libertarians. Don't interview conservatives. Don't talk to them. Why not? Why not? I want to hear what they're talking about. Okay, what are you doing? You think, oh, what, they're going to hypnotize me and that's it? Like, no. But a lot of you liberals and vote blue no matter who people are dismissive of them. You view them as the other. No wonder this country's so divided. It's red versus blue. I don't know, Harry, did you ever think about talking to people? Instead of trying to do the old-fashioned, I'm a liberal with a camera and a microphone, and I'm going to have somebody say something stupid, and I could say, gotcha. Why not actually talk? I know it's a controversial statement here, but, just try, because what you're saying, tackle, like, what do you want to do? You want to put them all in jail? You want to kick them all off of social media? Anything that you do is going to backfire on you, baby.
Tackle this brainwashing of so many Americans into believing that Donald Trump is the second coming of Christ, that he's the new Messiah, right? This guy's awful. He's a terrible person. I mean, the things he did as president.
And also, by the way, again, I'm really impressed on how slow he's talking. He's not talking like real fast, like, oh my God, Trump's so bad. Trump.
President outside of his presidency. I mean, he's facing over 600 years in prison, 78 felony charges. And people,
who cares? Who cares? Trump going to the courthouse saying, hey, I'll put this on my street cred. Okay, who cares? Who cares?
People are crying meeting this guy. Look, the MAGA cult is still alive. It's still alive. It's still a thing. And even after all the things that Donald Trump has done, they still love him.
Yeah, as they should. I mean, come on. Did you put 2 and 2 together? And of course, here we have this attorney, the Fannie Willis, Fulton County District Attorney. Listen. I've been covering politics and giving commentary and analysis for quite some time. I'm probably going to be wrong in this prediction, right? And I'll say, hey, I was wrong. But knowing these district attorneys, they usually have some scandals surrounding them. And of course, this is all taking place, in Georgia. Chances are there's going to be a little bit of some scandals that these people who want to go after Trump, they're not as squeaky clean as they say that they are. I'm just saying. Now, I could be wrong on this, and Trump's going to be walking out of that courtroom doing a dance. I'm just saying. Am I wrong on this? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I am, but I just know America very well, and that is sometimes those who act holier than thou are just not that good. I could be wrong.
Thank you for joining us. I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, charging 19 individuals with violations of Georgia law arising from a criminal conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in this state. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Please remember that everyone charged in this bill of indictment is presumed innocent. Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani, John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows, John Cheeseborough.
I want to fast forward this because I don't want to listen to all the names. All right. So there's going to be like Trump and 18, 19 other people. Big deal. Look, here, spoiler alert. Trump's going to walk out of it.
To accomplish the illegal goal of allowing Donald J. Trump to seize the presidential term of office beginning on January 20th, 21. Specifically, the participants in association took various actions in Georgia and elsewhere to block the counting of the votes of the presidential electors who were certified as the winners of Georgia's 2020 general election. As you examine the indictment, you will see acts that are identified as overt acts and those that are identified as predicate acts, sometimes called acts of racketeering activity. Overt acts are not necessarily crimes under Georgia law in isolation.
Now listen here. Again, this is a 10-minute long video. We won't be sitting through all of this, but after paying attention to this and rewinding it and listening to it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, you realize that this thing doesn't have a leg to stand on. I mean, look, what they're going after Trump for? Wait, folks, guess what? They can go after Hillary Clinton and any other politician too. It's true.
But are alleged to be acts taken in furtherance of the conspiracy. Many occurred in Georgia, and some occurred in other jurisdictions and are included because the grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort to overturn the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election.
It's not like we've had another person ever say that the election was rigged. It's not like somebody else ever said that this happened. Remember her? Remember old Hill Dog? Bedford Farm remembers.
You can run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee.
Debatable. Hillary. Even though Fat Tony, Cenk Uygur said that there was no election fraud that took place. TYT, you forgot you did a documentary video about the California primary on your other channel. Don't worry. I told my foot soldiers to download the video and save it. And some of them have. By the way, my lovelies, fantastic job. Good work. A+ effort to all of you. You're the best.
And you can have the election stolen from you.
How can you win with Russian interference, though?
That's
what
real
I'm
thing.
scared about in 2020.
But rightly.
Because I think he's an illegitimate president that didn't really win. So how do you fight against that in 2020?
You are absolutely right.
What? The Democrats?
He's an illegitimate president in my mind.
Would you be my vice presidential candidate?
Oh my God. What? Democrats? What you doing?
Folks, look, I absolutely agree. Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election.
Oh, Jimmy Carter. You know what? I'm kind of glad that Reagan just kicked your teeth in. I know Reagan was, eventually led up to this neoliberal nightmare we're in, but just after seeing this video, I actually had to look at this. I had to pause it, look at my screen, and be like, "Oh my God, Carter, I forgot you said this."
And he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
Russia interfered with our election, attacked our democracy for the sole purpose of artificially placing someone at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. They were successful.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
The president or elect, although legally elected, is not legitimate.
I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
You said you believe that Russia's interference altered the outcome of the election.
I do.
Oh, Diane. Wow. Listen, I'm just going to be mean here for a second. You have aged terribly. Don't worry, folks. I know where I'm going when I die. All of you will be in heaven. Just be sure to wave to me down there. I'll wave right back. Back when Diane was still somewhat coherent.
We have a president who, if in fact it is proven, has been assisted by the Russians and may in fact not be a legitimate president.
The one thing that Trump
And again, that's 20 minutes of people saying Trump's not a real president. Trump's not a real president. So let's rewind. Let's fast forward this a little bit as the reporters are asking questions. Oh, hold on. Sorry, apologies for that. Let me just go ahead and rewind that. I did not pull up the screen. Sorry for that, folks.
And do you intend to try all of these defendants together?
Do I intend to try the 19 defendants in this indictment together?
Yes.
Yes.
And have you had any contact with the special counsel about the overlap between this indictment and the federal indictment?
I'm not going to discuss our investigation at this time.
Have there been any conversations?
Arguments made by former President Trump that this is a politically motivated indictment.
I make decisions in this office based on the facts and the law. The law is completely nonpartisan. That's how decisions are made in every case. To date, this office has indicted, since I've been sitting as a district attorney, over 12,000 cases. This is the 11th RICO indictment. We followed the same process. We look at the facts, we look at the law, and we bring charges.
Have there been conversations about the terms of surrender?
Will you try this case yourself,
Has
Ms.
the jury
Willis?
been cleared?
Sit down.
Why are you running?
Fannie Willis spoke for about 7.
Why are you running? Again, folks, just again, not to be evil here, not to be evil, but mark my words. That attorney, that wonderful person, she may not be squeaky clean. She better hope that her political career has been good, that she hasn't done anything that could be used against her. And let's face it, Illinois and Chicago, we have a long history of corruption. I mean, hell, Chicago's #1 in being the most corrupt city here. So there's anything such thing as a clean politician. But, corruption happens in all states. And Georgia might also have its own fair share of corruption. It's true. Somehow I think Trump's going to be walking out of that case. He's going to be walking out of that courtroom on cloud 9. And he's going to be A-okay. And even if, and this is just to appease maybe the vote blue no matter who's sycophants, let's say even if Trump is, brought to justice, you do realize that his supporters aren't going to go away, that they're still going to love him, and that they will fight for him, and that all of them will carry on his message. You will make him into a martyr, Democrats. And you ain't ready for that smoke. I'll pull up this video here. It's of Lindsey Graham cracker. Again, Lindsey, buddy, you make a good point, but again, he's a senator, so Trump supporters don't put too much trust into Lindsey Graham cracker, but he does say some words to his Democrat friends. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Senator, you probably can't see it. We're looking live outside the Atlanta courthouse. It's historic anytime a former president were to be indicted. Now it's the 4th time, this time over contesting the election in 2020. Talk to us about this case, what you know about the case the government will try to make, or the state of Georgia will try to make here.
I know that Fulton County is the most liberal county, I think, in all of Georgia. The DA there is a Democrat. I know that they're trying to use a RICO statute. I don't know exactly what they're going to come out with, but I know this. Between Manhattan and Fulton County and D.C., the most liberal jurisdictions in the country, it's very unfair to President Trump. And shouldn't this really be done by a statewide official? If there's a crime against the people of Georgia, shouldn't it be done by somebody like the Attorney General? Or are we going to let county prosecutors start prosecuting the President of the United States?
By the way, again, too, Lindsey Graham cracker's bringing up some good stuff. This could blow up in liberals' faces, and I'm going to laugh at them. And as they're crying on the street, I am going to be crying too, but cries of laughter And I'm just going to be looking them in the face and saying, were you really that stupid? You idiot fool. Did you really think you were going to get Trump this time? Even Wile E. Coyote has a better catch record than you.
The former president of the United States, you open up Pandora's box to the presidency. This whole exercise of allowing a county prosecutor to go after a former president of the United States will do a lot of damage to the presidency itself over time. To my Democratic friends, be careful what you wish for.
And then finally, this video from CNN of all places.
Just in, we now know how the former president Donald Trump will react to this news of the new indictment in Georgia. Moments ago, he just announced he's going to hold what he calls a major news conference next Monday. CNN's Elena Treen is with us.
And just so you know, that's going to get a lot of views and a lot of people are going to turn up. And Trump is once again going to be boosting up his numbers. He's going to be pumping up those numbers. That's what he's going to do.
Now, with the very latest on this. All right, Elena, what's the plan?
Well, as you said, John, moments ago, Donald Trump announcing on social media that he's going to be holding this, quote, major news conference next Monday at his golf club in New Jersey. And he said that the point of this conference is to present a report that his team has put together regarding the false claims that the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia were rife with fraud. That post reads, the report on the presidential election fraud, which took place in Georgia, is almost complete and will be presented by me at a major news conference at 11 a.m. on Monday of next week in Bedminster, New Jersey. It goes on to say that there will be a complete, in all caps, exoneration. They never went after those that rigged the election. They only went after those that fought to find the riggers, Donald Trump wrote. Now, of course,
Trump, there's a better way of writing that, but okay. I'm not going to say anything. Not going to say anything.
Donald Trump has long been claiming that the 2020 presidential election has been full or was rife with fraud, that he won the election. All claims that we know are not true and are false. But this is one of the ways that Donald.
You know, I'm also real impressed with how Democrats and liberals are going after Trump for 2020. But honestly, you know, I wonder when everyone's going to look back at the 2016 Democratic primary. You know, I mean, I know Nico House and Convo Couch did a fantastic job of bringing this to light, but I mean, so many people are just saying now that nothing happened in the 2016 Democratic primary. Are we going to talk about what the DNC did working with the Hillary Clinton campaign? Yeah, probably not.
Trump and his team are planning to defend him against this latest indictment. And honestly, John, I'm not that surprised that they'll be doing this. When I spoke to his advisors yesterday in the lead up to the indictment, they told me that they expect the former president will want to make some sort of formal remarks around the latest charges if and when they were filed. Of course, the indictment dropped last night. They want to get ahead of this as much as they can. They want to message these charges on.
So, yes. So obviously, yes, Trump's going to want to get in front of this, as he should. So how do we end this? First of all, liberals, this will blow up in your face. Second, I am preparing myself for a lot of these officials that are leading the charge against Trump to have their own fair share of skeletons come out the woodwork, and for Trump to walk away from this, and for me to say, I told you so, as he will. Trump and his 81 million plus supporters will continue to grow in support. And again, his approval rating will continue to rise, as well as support in the Republican primary. None of the other Republican challengers can hold a candle to Trump. Okay. They can't do it. Republican voters want Trump. It's what they want. And it's not open for discussion. I can't wait to see this play out. And, you know, Lindsey Graham said it best. Democrats, be careful what you wish for. But I think I want to give the final word to Denver Attaway. God, all the people on TV are truly dumber than the rocks in my effing driveway. Denver Attaway, you win the live stream chat on Rockfin. 100%. Denver Attaway, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And one other thing here, too. One other thing as well. No matter how this plays out, don't let Vote Blue, no matter who, bully you. Because right now, they're having their own existential crisis, and I can't wait to laugh at them.